Priya and welcome back to another video. Welcome to the last video of 2025. Today I'm filming a things I learned in 2025 video. There's a lot of things that went down in 2025. It was an emotional roller coaster. I can't even put into words what happened because so much happened, but definitely growth because holy shit, this year was crazy. I'm also going to be doing my updated makeup routine in this video. But yeah, let's get started. First of all, let's just compare 2024 to 2025 because I feel like that's very important. I'm going in with the MCO Beauty Flawless Glow. This is like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter dupe. It's in the shade medium 4. And I put a good amount. I like smear it all over my face. I have this pimple right here, so it needs like covering, but I put a good amount. So 2024 was probably one of the worst years of my life because it was very, not to say boring, it was very emotionally like horrible. It's hard to talk about it because it was really bad. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but the summer was depressing, didn't vlog at all. If you go back on my channel, I deleted everything from 2024. It was so bad. People in my life were not enjoyable whatsoever. So I also went in with the Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint. It is so good, but it's so dirty. It's in the shade 312. I'm gonna blend with a bigger beauty blender that I got from like Sephora. They're like super old, but they work. And I'm gonna try to stay away from my under eye region as much as I can. So my first lesson that I learned is to cherish the boring days. I feel like this year I always like mistaked like peace and like just stability in my life, like just sitting at home and like chillaxing as being lonely, as being like, I don't know, a loser kind of. I don't know, I thought like anytime I was alone, which was like a lot of the times, like on the weekends, like I would chill at home and just like spend the morning or evening alone. I thought like it was a waste of my time and I wasn't like doing bigger and better things like people like online were doing, people like my friends were doing. But it's only after like an issue hits or like something happens that like you realize like how good those boring days were and like how much you needed them. Ordinary days are good too, and you need them so you can chill, like self-care, like relax, like make them enjoyable in your own way. If you don't want to just sit down on the TV, then don't, but like don't like always be go go go. Lesson number 2 is consistency beats motivation every single time. It could also be worded as discipline beats motivation every single time. So this one I will say mostly for the gym girlies out there or anybody who does like sports, working out, all that stuff. 2025 was definitely my gym era. I can't remember if I started going to the gym 2024 summer or 2023 summer, but I started to go to the gym a lot this year and I definitely missed a couple of weeks here and there, definitely missed a lot of days, but I will say I have seen a lot of improvement in myself this year and I've gotten a lot of comments too, and the only reason I have that improvement is because of my discipline. There were a lot of days where I was not motivated and I didn't want to go to the gym because I was tired, I came back from school, I had homework tests, but I chose to go instead. And sure, like that one day probably didn't make like all that difference, but it made difference to me. I knew like if I wanted to do something I could do it regardless of like anything else. If your body's obviously telling you like don't do something that you can't, then you probably shouldn't go, because that's what I mean about like just being in a relaxing setting. Okay, lesson number 3, try to be productive all the time, but know when to rest. This kind of goes hand in hand with lesson number 1. I love being productive and I still struggle with this. That's why I'm gonna try to like phrase this as best as possible. Being productive feels really good, you know, when you're getting like your stuff done, you're checking all the boxes, and you're just like on the go, go, go. It always does feel good. Also, I'm going in with the Kosas Concealer in the shade 5.5. Oh, this is like my winter shade, but I will go in later with a 6.0 shade, just in case I like forget to say. I do put quite a bit of concealer on. I'm gonna wait for that to dry while I talk about this lesson. I'm also looking at my phone, so I just know what I'm talking about. You always need a balance, I feel like, and that's why we have methods like when you're studying, you do the Pomodoro method where you do 25 minutes of productivity, 5 minutes of rest. I feel like that's the best way to do it. I'm gonna be honest, during the college app process, I was kind of just trying to go and get stuff done. But then when I read back on like stuff and I look back, I kind of made quite a few mistakes. I just did things I wouldn't have done if I had some rest. Go is great, and it's really good for like building like that hardworking person you want to become, but it's like you need to take rests, and I'm still trying to learn that. But taking rest is so important, and you can't be go all the time. You need to calm down and take a minute to breathe, because when you take that minute, you are so much more able to produce better results when you're ready, when you're done from that break. Does that make sense? Like, your brain needs some relaxation, and if it's always going, it gets worse. You're at the gym and you're doing like this workout, and like you're doing max, like you're just like going crazy and like doing like so many sets of it, and until failure. But like at some point, yeah, you're doing it, but like your form is off, this is off, like everything is just gonna go downhill, and you don't want that, because then why are you doing the exercise? You're not even getting the form right because you're so tired. Being productive is amazing. We all love being productive, but like sometimes you just need to take that break and you need to calm down, because no. This one I believe in heavy, and it's lesson number 4, and it's protect your peace like it's money. Guys, not every situation is going to deserve your attention. Like, your energy is limited. Spend it on your academics, your hobbies, your health, your goals. Do not spend it on stupid people who are trying to drag you into their mess and consume you in their weird situations. Honestly, once again, these are lessons I learned, so still, like, I'm like struggling with these things too, but like I've also like learned that like these things aren't healthy, and like always putting your like all like your nose into everything is just not good. Like, you will hear things you don't want to hear, you're going to be in situations you don't want to be in, and it's just a waste of your time. High school is about a lot of weird situations that like you get put into, and it's honestly a big waste of time, and I would not suggest putting yourself in a situation that's not about you. It's really annoying. Honestly, this year was definitely a bunch of those, and it really does drain you. So put your time where you want to and where you should, because putting your energy into other people's business is not good for you at all. And you need to like take a step back when you're doing that, because it's like, whoa, why am I in here? Like, this is not even about me. Okay, time to blend in the concealer. Next is a step that I never thought I'd be doing, but I do. It's bronzer, or is it contour? Oh no, it's a bronzer stick. So it's Rare Beauty bronzer stick in Always Sunny. I love this step, guys. It like just gives me that dimension, and I don't know, I love using it. I just put it like on my sides. Is that a lot? I think it's a lot, but I don't know. I love bronzer, and I put it on my forehead. And then I put it on my chin. And then I put it on my nose. This is my favorite brush of all time, guys. I need to get more brushes. The Say buffing brush. It's the Say big brush, I think. It's so good. I use it to blend in my bronzer like this. I just go in an upwards motion. I try not to go near my under eyes because that's where my concealer is. So my next lesson is don't trust anybody. I think a lot of people could agree with me on this one, but it's hard to really explain, because you know, you should trust people in your life. I think it's very smart to keep your life private. I think it's very smart to do that, because especially I would say in a high school, in a college setting, trust as few people as possible, because trust is earned, it's not given. I'm telling you guys, trust is earned, not given. I have been backstabbed so many times with things I've told people and like things that I've trusted people with, and they just spin it around, twist it, and spread it, and it's just really weird. But I am a very open person. All of my friends can vouch for me when I tell them that like I tell them everything about me, all my personal lore, all that stuff, because I just love talking about those things. It's how I form connections with people. I tell them things and they tell me things, this and that. But always trust as few people as possible because not everyone is looking out for you. If you have a best friend or best friends, obviously you can trust them, like obviously like your family, this and that. But oftentimes I will say when you tell someone something and you fall out with them, I would say 60% of the time they find some way to use something personal and use that against you when you guys fall out. And it's just really sad because that's like one of my rules as like a human being that I vowed I would never do. Even if I fell out with you, I would never use something personal about you to attack you with it or cause rumors because that's bad character. Like that's just weird. Okay, bronzer is on. My forehead's like completely darker now. I need to put concealer in there to like light it up. Step, Rhode Pocket Blush. Guys, this is amazing. But would I buy it again? I don't know. I don't know if I would buy again. It's good, don't get me wrong. But it's not out of this world good. I'm gonna put a bunch of this just all like moving upwards. I also use the Say brush for this because it's just the best for blending it out. First impression matters, but character matters more. I would say this is something I really did learn in high school. So in the beginning of high school, definitely I would say something about myself. I was very loud. I was very kind of like in my own bubble. Didn't really understand like social cues and how to act when you first meet people. When I first meet people, I'm always super giddy. I'm super happy. I'm ready to talk to them about like pretty much everything. But this might be just like to my high school or just like in my life. I think a lot of people are not like me and they don't like that. And they're like, oh, that's kind of weird of her to be doing that. Like, who is she? This and that. And I learned that like as time goes on, if people learn your character, they don't really care about first impressions. Like first impressions are obviously super good. Like, you know, they'll talk to you more if they like your first impression. Like it's, you know, who you connect with based off the first impression. But I believe it's your character that actually like stays with people. Like what keeps them open is how you speak, how you carry yourself, and how you show up when it counts. Like that's what really matters. It's okay if like maybe your first impression was bad, but just show them like who you are and the people that actually love you and want to be your friend. I promise you they are not going to remember about that first impression. This is in the shade 6.0N. So I just put like a little bit around places where I want to just highlight again that the bronzer maybe took away. Next one, I feel with this heavy too. If you don't feel it, let it go. This is definitely something I learned in 2025, like 100% every single month. Guys, I don't know why I have this problem, but this is more centered towards friendships and relationships. If you are putting all the effort, if from your side, if you are doing the talking, if you are doing the initiating, if you are texting, if you are calling, this and that, let it go. Please let it go. Oh my god, because they are always failures in the end. Like, I look stupid. They are always going to fail. If someone likes you for you, if someone actually likes you, I promise you they will put in the work. Like, I'm actually shocked if someone can counteract me on this one. I heard like thing with like a lot of like, oh, shy people, it takes them a while to like, you know, like warm up. I'm telling you, okay, fine, give it a couple weeks, fine, keep initiating this and that. At some point, if they do not step up and text you first, or if, you know, like they don't put an effort to hang out with you, even though you're like doing all the talking, if you like are obviously giving signs that you want to be friends, or if you want to be more than that, this and that, then let it go, honey. I'm telling you, they don't want you, and you put your energy towards something else. Do something else, find someone else, I don't know. And this also goes for friendships too. If you are trying to get into a friendship and it's not getting reciprocated back, let it go, honey. Take a major step back, because that person does not want to get to know you. They don't care about you, and you don't need to put your energy towards them. I feel like guys are an open book. If they like you, they'll text you. If they like you, they'll like talk to you more. I personally see it. Like, one of my guy friends, he's like down bad for this girl, and he puts in the work, I promise you. Like, when they like someone, that's all I'm gonna leave it at. So please let that person go. If you have any of those right now, let them go. This is your sign right now. Okay, perfect. base routine is pretty much done. All my liquids are done. I'm going to now set everything with powder. Next, all waves eventually pass. No matter how bad it is, it will always get better. I promise you, it will. I feel like everyone in the world has obviously went through waves of like just like sadness, of like, oh my god, why is this happening to me? Oh my god, everything's going wrong, this and that. After you pass that wave, all good things happen. Something better comes from it. And bad times are just bad times. That's exactly what they are. You don't know something is good unless you go through the bad. And I'll talk more about this later, but just know all waves eventually pass and you're not going to be stuck in a bad spot forever. This is one I really connected with this year, but before I talk about this, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in shade 120. I love the Fit Me powders. They're so good. I use both of them, and they are so good, guys. I promise they're so good. Expect the best, prepare for the worst, learn to balance joy and heartbreak. So I'm just going to talk about this really quick. Okay, I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to try not to cut this out. 2025, I went through one of the biggest heartbreaks a senior in high school could possibly go through. If you know, you know. I'm not going to really talk about it, but it was heart-wrenching, and I felt in the moment that my life was over. I truly felt that I manifested. I did everything I could possibly do to, better my chances and hopefully, get what I wanted. But, it didn't work out. And I think, you can possibly tell what I'm talking about. And I did actually record this. It was going to be part of something. And I was with my best friend. I was with Paulina. And I get emotional when I talk about this, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. I expected the best. Like I said in the beginning, expect for the best. I don't regret expecting the best at all. A lot of people say, just expect the worst. That way you'll be less disappointed. But no, I'm actually very happy I expected the best because that month was full of happiness and a lot of manifesting, positive manifesting, that actually allowed me to go to sleep and not stress about it too much compared to just full-on stress and losing sleep over something that I have no control over. So I always say expect for the best because it does help in the moment, but prepare for the worst. I did prepare. I made sure I had my loved ones around me. I made sure I had someone I really did trust with that, and it did help because if I was alone, I don't know how I would have made it out. That would have been bad. I am someone who definitely needs people when they're sad. I call people, I text people, all this stuff. I definitely do need that. To each their own. I put some bronzer stick on my eyelids, and I'm just gonna blend it in with this eyeshadow brush. Always expect the best, but always prepare for the worst too. You can't just be in la la land. You have to make sure you know the worst case scenarios and prepare for them. This also goes hand in hand with it. Everything happens for a goddamn reason. And I use an example. When I was in 8th grade, I took this exam that all New Yorkers take. It's called the SHSAT or something, and it's basically a high school examination test that puts you into one of the 8 elite schools of New York City, or you don't get put in one of them and you apply for regular schools. And I didn't get into those, right? You rank them, but you either get into your first or second choice, realistically. And if you don't, you just apply for regular. And you do it around the same time. And when I didn't get in to one of these schools, my other best friends did, I thought my life was over. I thought I was going to be doomed. I thought I was done for going into a different school in Manhattan. I was like, oh no, what is going on? Best freaking thing that happened in my life, because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't meet half of the people that are in my school right now that I literally could not imagine my life without. I would never have met Paulina, which is genuinely a horror story if I think about it, because I really can't even imagine how that'd be crazy, guys. Like, that's weird. And also, I don't think I would have vlogged. Is that weird? Like, I don't think I would have been in this situation right now, which is weird because I know the culture of some schools that I wanted to go to, and this is not part of it. In my school, I don't know why, I just knew I was going to. First day, I was like, okay, I'm starting this. It's actually really crazy, but I'm telling you guys, everything happens for a reason. If something's not meant for you, it won't come to you. If something's meant for you, it will come for you. It just depends. I promise. Everything happens for a reason. I did my eyeshadow. Now it's time for arguably one of the worst parts of my makeup routine, which is the lashes. But I love my lashes. My lashes like make who I am. So I'm gonna do my eyeliner first. I always use two. I either use Makeup Forever or I used the Rare Beauty one that broke. ColourPop Blush Baby eyeshadow palette, and I use this shade right here. Guys, I've been recently struggling with my eyeliner. I never really used to. I do now. While I erase this, I will talk about the next one. Be tolerant of other people's opinions, no matter how extreme they might be. Guys, this is really towards high school, college students, all that stuff. Guys, the assumptions that people will make for like without you even like saying anything, I promise, you responding to it always makes it worse. Like, I promise you, assumptions are just assumptions. If you really care like to like that level, then yes, correct it, obviously. But I'm telling you, 95% of the times doesn't help. People will always believe what they want to believe, and you can't change that because they have their own thoughts, they have their own assumptions, and they're not moving from it, I promise. Let's say like someone tells you, oh, like, ew, like I don't like that thing about her. I promise you, another people down the block will like that about you. Like, everyone is different. Everything is like subjective. Do not like take anyone's words like to the heart. Everyone's different, and everyone finds different things cool or beautiful or unique, and so don't trust anybody's opinions or don't listen to anybody's opinions. Just be tolerant of it, move on, continue your day. I got it, guys. I got them kind of matched. You cannot expect everyone to treat you the way you treat them. This could be platonic, romantic, whatever. A lot of people will pretend they like you. Sorry, gotta tell the truth. A lot of people are gonna pretend they like you. And it's because it's more convenient for them to pretend they like you than just tell you straight up. But you can read between the lines. Like I said, if you're initiating all the time, move on. If you hear even anyone say they're talking behind your back and you believe it even for a little bit, I'm telling you, take a little step back. I used to be a straight up cutoff girl. Don't talk to me. Like, don't talk to me, cut you off, block you, all this stuff. I try to be a little more on the distance side now and just take a step back and just watch what they would do if I do it. I'm gonna put on this eyelash bond real quick. Okay, one side's done. There's also one that's very heavy. Don't chase something that's clearly running from you. You don't need to please anyone, I promise. Like, you don't need to impress anybody. If someone genuinely likes you and cares for you, then you don't need to do much people pleasing. It's just a waste of time. It's not required. Like, you don't need to do that for the people that's genuinely meant for you. This video is gonna be so long. It's like reaching 50 minutes right now. Okay, done. Now we're gonna give it like 2 to 3 minutes to dry while I do my brows. I just recently threaded my brows, so when I have that, I usually don't like putting any color on them. I would just go in with the Benetint Brow Setter. This is the 24 Brow Setter. And I also have this. It's the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. And I go in with the brush side of it, and I just sweep up my brows. Impulsiveness feels really great in the moment, but is one of the worst things you can do for your future. This is especially about money and partying, I guess, and like stuff like that. Bad financial decisions, guys, I'm telling you. It feels really great in the moment to like buy this stuff or whatever, but if you save, you can buy so much more later, and especially about clothes. Buying clothes is fun and all, but like, I'm telling you, you can save and you can buy so much more than that. Like, I refuse. There's this shirt I really like in Addicted. and I was like, oh my god, this is so cute, I love it. Price $75. Fuck no, what are you saying? I go online, I go on Amazon, I found the same thing, $25. I'm just saying, like, impulsiveness is not gonna work. Like, obviously brand names is like great, but it's like, guys, I'm telling you, like, sometimes I just don't get the hype with all that money, like with the clothes. Brows are done. I use these lashes, they're from Amazon. It says Sen Rock. It's 14 to 18. I don't use anything below that. So my lash map is very confusing, but I will show it to you guys. In order to achieve anything in life, you need to be the one to take action. Nothing is handed to you. I'm sorry. Like, this goes in terms of things you want to do with your life. I believe the biggest reward is doing things yourself. And I mean, if you're a Nepo baby, go ahead. But like, I'm just saying, guys, like, if you want anything done, you need to be in charge. You need to be the one to take care of them. No one's gonna do it for you. For example, in college settings, you need to go make connections. You need to go get those internships. In high school, you need to get those leadership roles. You need to do them yourself. You need to do them. You need to get what you want to get, and you have to be the one to do it. Also, this is something that goes in terms of relationships. Sometimes, if you want something, you have to be the one to get it. Shoot your shot. Shoot your damn shitty shot. I'm telling you. Like, okay, not shitty, but like, shoot your shot. But regarding like college internships, school leadership roles, club stuff, sports stuff, captain stuff, you have to be the one to do it. Okay, I'm doing my lashes. You can't really tell, but I went in with a 17 on the outside, and then I'm going in with 16s. And I'm currently, I think I'm using a 16 right now too. These used to be super difficult for me in the beginning, but now they're like a piece of cake. Okay, and then towards this area, I go in with my 15, and then finally, I go in with the 14. So my eyeliner does get like mostly covered up, not really, but I feel like whoosh, it makes such a difference. Like, boom, boom. Live in the present moment, guys. Like, what the hell? This also goes in hand with like, expect the best, stop worrying all the time, because worrying does nothing. Doesn't do anything positive. And I know you can't help but worry, because trust me, I've been there. Worrying is like inevitable, but live in the present moment. Don't think too much about stuff that's gonna happen in the future. Don't think too much. Try to stop yourself, because you don't know what's gonna happen in the future. And the past happened already, so why bother worrying about something that already happened? You know? Like, the past is history, the future is a mystery, so live in the present moment. Okay, so this one is more about standing up for yourself. This year I really learned the art of standing up for myself. So sometimes, you know, assumptions are avoidable, and you can obviously just let them pass because they're all just chitter chatter. But sometimes they go way too far, and sometimes it's not good, and it's not good on you. I've been in a situation where people have made some crazy assumptions about me, and I could have just let it go. I could have just like not said anything. Guys, literally, bro, like, people go way too far sometimes, and you can't just have people thinking everything about you. But these are situations where it's like really serious, like very, very, very serious. You can't be letting that go around. Like, I can't really talk about it, guys, but please just stick up for yourself in situations where you know, like, that is not good for anybody to think about you. I finished my lashes, and you can definitely tell on camera now, but I'm gonna let them like sit a little bit, because I'm gonna now do my under eye. I just put a little bit of some eyeliner under there just for a little dimension on the outside. Don't overthink the little things. This is something I am still learning, so I cannot really fully talk about this. But this is something I am still learning, and it's really bad. I overthink everything, but I can tell you this year it's definitely gotten better. This is especially in my sophomore year of high school. I would overthink to the point where I had panic attacks. I would overthink any interaction I had with someone and think that they hate me, this and that. And the thing is, I learned, okay, Rhea, think about this for 30 seconds and then stop, because in a couple weeks to a month, this won't even be a thought in your head anymore. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, whatever I was overthinking about in sophomore year, even junior year, freshman year, I don't remember what that was about. I really couldn't remember. There's obviously certain things that I did overthink about that was rightfully so because it was weird. And I do remember, but honestly, a lot of the stuff was pointless. And the next day at school, I'd be like, oh no. And then I'd be like, okay, that was nothing. Okay, we are almost done. I have to do the finishing touches now. Okay, we are almost done, y'all. You are who you surround yourself with. And I'm gonna talk about this for a little bit, guys. So, in my 4 years of high school, I have been around this one person who I love. I love her. But I'm gonna talk to you about something about her. She's probably the biggest person I compare myself to. And it's sad. But I do. But I love her. And it's not her. It's just what I have a habit of doing. And it causes insecurity. And as someone who struggles with insecurity in a lot of places, you probably would never know that really about me. I'm pretty good at keeping those things a secret. There is a lot of things that I don't like about myself, and I don't tell much people about it because it just shows weakness. I don't like people seeing weaknesses on me. But the people I surround myself sometimes with are often the reasons why I'm upset sometimes. And I promise all the friends I have right now, they're perfect, they're beautiful, they're amazing, and they are not the problem with this. It's just me and it's my mindset. And it sucks, but it's just the truth. But there have been times where I had to distance myself from someone because the negativity outweighed the positivity, and that's what I'm trying to say. I became someone who just became a big ball of insecurity. I felt ashamed when I was standing next to them. It was very bad. And it wasn't the girls sometimes. Sometimes it was. Sometimes it wasn't. But the ones I've cut off, definitely it was the girls. They were weird. They're odd, but it's not really much to talk about there. It's time for setting spray, aka one of my least favorite parts of my routine because that shit is so powerful. I just used the Benetton, by the way. I don't know what shade this is. I know there's two shades. I use the dark cherry. I use the Anastasia Dewy Set. So, the second part of the you are who you surround yourself with is my tip and lesson, always surround yourself with people who have the same similar mindset and goals as you, because that is how true friendship forms. People who don't have the similar goals as you, or don't you don't have to you don't have to be friends with people who also want to be in your profession or what you want to do with your life. I'm talking people who have similar mindsets, we need to try hard in school, this and stuff. Because if you're a try hard at school, right, and you actually do stuff, and they don't, and you're always around them, at some point you're gonna stop caring about school too. It's inevitable. That's who you're around. You're gonna do less than if you were around people who did care about school. I'm currently putting the Maybelline Fit Me powder, but it's the loose one. This keeps my makeup on all day. I let this sit for 30 to 45 seconds. Not everyone is also meant to stay for life. A lot of people are lessons and meant for certain seasons of your life. They teach you things and you go. I had this friend I had last year and she was amazing. I loved her. But at some point, it was getting very toxic, and she taught me the arts of boundaries and the thoughts of sticking up for myself too, because I could have let that slide, but I didn't, and I cut her out. And I'm happier than ever. So my powder blush is from Patrick Ta, and in that shade, she goes to the gym, because she does go to the gym. So I use the Shea Brush too, and I'm just gonna put it on the tops. Next, these are the last few, and I'm gonna call it a day while I do my lip liner. I use the Rhode lip liner in the shade Stretch. Do not put yourself in situations that you don't want to be in and that make you uncomfy. I'll talk a little bit about it in my pre-college program. Freaking love that program, but there was a lot of places where I was super uncomfortable. I was not feeling it. It was not cute. Especially at parties, friend groups. Just because you think they're cool doesn't mean you should be in it. You cannot and should not be in places where you are feeling uncomfortable, because that's you faking a persona to be there. That's not them knowing the real you, and you do not need to be there. Another one being, do not be performative, because people can smell that a mile away. I can always smell performative people. You can especially tell when you know the person. I can tell people being performative. Just be yourself. I promise you. Always being yourself is better. I know it feels good having that perfect life and having people be like, oh wow, like she does all of this. I promise you at some point you're gonna have to let that slip and things are not gonna add up. My makeup looks so good, guys. Here, I'll try to it looks so good. It's so good. It's like flawless today. And just a little bit of the Rare Beauty highlighter and in Exhilarate. Next lesson I learned is to always do your best in everything. Life is way too short to just fake everything and just like half-ass everything, honestly. You need to put your all into everything, because what's left of high school is what's on paper, and you want to make sure what's left on paper is good. Last thing I'm going to do is put some Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment in the smell Rhode Vanilla. Or in the shade, or taste? I don't know. Last tip. This is something I have not just learned this year, but I've learned all years of my life. Look good, feel good, do good. Guys, put on that makeup. Go to the gym. Feel good. Put on that cute, snatchy outfit. And I'm telling you, you will do good. And you will feel good, and everything works. Because everything works. When you look good, you're like, ooh, yes. And you're feeling good, aka you will do good. You will be more confident. Go to the gym. Do your makeup. I promise you it makes a difference. I promise you. It will help with everything. It will help with your day. Always look good. Obviously, there's days where you won't look good and you won't feel good and then you don't do good. But it's okay. Pick yourself up. You saw that when you didn't look good, you didn't feel good, you didn't do good, all this stuff in your opinion, you didn't do the best. So next day, do it. I promise. It helps. Anyways, that was it for my 25 lessons I learned in 2025. Holy shit, that was a long video. I'm gonna have so much fun editing this. Anyways, I've been really wanting to do this video for quite a bit, and I'm so happy that I filmed this and did my new makeup routine. This is the updated makeup routine. All the products were said and will be on the screen. This is my outfit. It's a white fox hoodie, or crew neck, I think. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you had a great end to your 2025. Tomorrow is the 31st, so I will go enjoy, and I will be filming, I think, a little bit of my winter break, I think. I'll film like a video, but yeah, hopefully all of you guys are doing well and had a great end, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in 2026. Bye.